Hi, I'm Shelley from Dancing Dogs Yoga, and today we're going to go through a short power flow to do at home or when you're on the go. And we've got Kat and Abby here to help us out. So ladies, come into child's pose. In child's pose, bring your knees wide to the outer edges of your mat and reach your fingertips all the way up to the top of your mat. The wider you take your knees, the more you'll get into your hip flexors. Now press the tops of your feet down into the floor and elongate your spine. Reach your fingertips forward. And pull the pit of your belly in and up. The yogis call it Odeon Abunda. As you engage your belly, pull your shoulder blades into your spine and melt your chest towards the floor. Bring in your Ujjayi breath. Now, Ujjayi breath is a thoracic breath, so you breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Downward facing dog. Lift your hips up to the ceiling. Set your gaze right back between your feet, drishti. Now, both of these ladies have mats that have drishti points. You don't have to have those at home. You can simply bring your gaze to one spot. Like memorize it, make it your spot. And drishti and breath are two of the pillars of Baptiste yoga. The third is bandhas, so pull your belly in again. Press into your hands and feet. Those pillars, they create heat, tapas, and vinyasa, which is flow. We'll take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Walk your feet to your hands. Ragdoll. Grab opposite hand to opposite elbow. You can keep your feet hips distance or even wider, depending on how tight you feel. Bend your knees a little, bring water to your joints, and melt your chest towards the tops of your thighs. Shake out your head, yes and no. Bring back your breath. Anytime you can't hear yourself breathing, breathe even deeper. One big breath in. Full breath out. Release your hands, toe heel your feet together. Stand up, mountain pose, Tadasana. Spark your fingers up to the sky. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands to your heart center, Anjali Mudra. And set your gaze right at your fingertips or gently close your eyes. We'll start every practice off with one unifying sound of Om. Let go of all of your breath. Inhale for Om. Ground into your feet. Inhale, reach up, high mountain pose, Tadasana, look up. Exhale, bow, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Keep a long, flat back. Exhale, step back, high plank. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, engage your belly. Take a deep breath in, look forward. Elongate your spine. Yes, bend your elbows, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Pull your arm bones back, look up. Exhale, downward facing dog, empty out your breath. This is the Sun A. We'll do a few of these to build up the heat. Breathe in, fill up. Exhale, empty out. Look forward, jump or step to your hands, halfway lift. Forward fold. Mountain pose, rise up, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, bow, fold. Inhale, halfway, long spine, hands to shins or the earth. Jump back, high to low push-up. Upward facing dog, lift your chest. Downward facing dog, lift your hips. Now spread out your fingers. Press down into the earth. Take a giant breath in. Full breath out. Look forward, jump or step to your hands. Half lift, inhale. Bow, exhale. Mountain pose, rise up. Spark your fingers, look to the ceiling. Exhale, bow forward, hands to earth. Halfway lift, tabletop back. Jump back, high to low push-up with your breath. Upward facing, downward facing dog. Down dog is all about finding the distribution of weight in your hands and feet. So spread out your fingers, press your hands into the floor, and sink your weight back into your feet. You can bend your knees as much as you need to get into the power of your legs. Look forward, jump or step to the top of your mat, halfway lift, forward fold. Bring your feet together, bend your knees, and sit down for chair pose. And lift your arms up to the sky. So chair is about getting weight into your heels. Sink your weight back into your heels, then engage your belly. And yes, keep your arms straight. Abby, bend yours. So you can do chair two ways. If your shoulders are tight, goal post your arms and pull your arm bones back. And if they're not, reach your arms up to the sky. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bow over your legs. Lift halfway, long spine. Jump back, low push-up. Up dog, lift your chest up. Downward facing dog, empty your breath out. Step your right foot to your right hand, warrior one. Press down into the blade edge of your back foot. So the more you use your back leg, the easier it is to steer your hips. Pull your right hip back and your left hip forward. And you can use your own hands on your hips to get that feeling. Reach your arms up to the sky. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, flow to the earth. Chaturanga, high to low push-up. Upward facing dog. Lift your heart. Downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one. Step your left foot to your left hand. Rise up tall, arms to the sky. Press down into the pinky toe side of your back foot. Pull your left hip back, your right hip forward. Reach up. Deep breath in. Exhale, flow, high to low push-up, chaturanga. Remember, you can put your knees down in chaturanga if you want to, too. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Now set your gaze and come back to your breath. Anytime it seems too fast or seems like you can't, just remember your breath is your access point. You take a full breath in and a full breath out. Now look forward, jump or step to your hands. Halfway lifts, forward fold, bend your knees, chair pose. We'll go through one a little faster. Reach up, exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway, jump back, high to low push-up. Up dog, open your chest. Downward facing dog, empty breath. Right foot, warrior one. Step and rise, one breath. Inhale, reach. Exhale, high to low push-up. Upward facing, breathe in. Downward facing, breathe out. Left side, warrior one, step forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, flow, high to low, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, lift your heart high. Downward facing dog, sigh, ha. The sun A and sun B warm up our entire body. They move all of the major muscle groups in your body. Do you ladies feel warm? Yeah, it warms everything up. So now we can start to get into a little deeper parts of our body. We take a full breath in and a full breath out. Step your right foot to your right hand, low lunge. Lower your back knee to your mat. So you can keep your hands right here on the floor on either side of your foot or come up to your knee. And then just decide. Yeah, so here, again, big stretch in the top of your left thigh. Lunge into your right leg so that you feel a stretch across the top of your left hip flexor. And then you can decide what to do with your arms. Keep your hands at your knee, reach your arms to the sky. Right, and breathe. Yeah, we're all three doing something different. It's perfect. Right, pull your upper arm bones back, open up your chest. Set your gaze up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. Hands to your heart, pause. Twist. Left hand down, right hand up. If it feels better to lift your back knee, you can lift your back knee. Keep your gaze at one place. Keep your breath. Remember, drishti, gaze, and ujjayi breath are the access points. Take one more breath in. Both hands to the earth. Pause. Step back. Downward facing dog. And take a full breath in and a full breath out. And do that again. Breathe in. Exalt it out. Step your left foot to your left hand. Crescent lunge. Drop your back knee. Good, hands to the floor or your knee. Choose. Engage your belly. Lift your gaze. And if you'd like, you can lift your arms up to the sky. Take a deep breath in. Full breath out. Good, one more time. Breathe in. Exhale. Hands to your heart. Pause and twist. Right hand down. Left hand up. Set your gaze up to your top thumb. Drishti high. Take one more giant breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. If downward facing dog doesn't feel like a resting pose, child's pose is always available. Breathe in and empty your breath out. Do that again. Breathe in. Exhale, empty out. One more time. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, sigh out your breath. Look forward, jump or step to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. A part of our power vinyasa practice is detoxing, and detoxing comes from twists. Bring your hands to heart center, sit a little bit lower, and twist to your left. Hook your right elbow high on your left thigh, and bring your knees into one line. The tendency is one knee wants to pop forward. Pull it back, drop your hips, and let this twist come from your thoracic spine, from the top of your shoulder blades right to the bottom. You can stay here or open up your arms. You can even lift just one arm. Yes, Abby, thank you. Look up to your top thumb. Take a giant breath in. Exhale, bow forward over your legs. Separate your feet hips distance and wrap your peace fingers around your big toes. Bow forward. Drop your head. Shake out your head, yes and no. And breathe in. Empty out. Release your toes. Bring your feet together. Chair pose. In yoga, what we do on one side, we must do on the other. Bring your hands to your heart. Twist to your right. Left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Drop down low in your seat. Drop your sit bones towards the earth. Rotate your chest open towards the right side of your room. Open up your arms, open up just your top arm. Choose what feels most empowering in your body right now. Take one more breath in. Exhale, bow forward. Separate your feet. Put your palms under your feet, Padahastasana. So stand on your hands. And if this is not accessible, you can even use blocks and turn your palms upside down. The idea is to stretch out your wrist. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Release your hands, feet together. Mountain pose, Tadasana, rise up. Spark your hands up to the ceiling, take a deep breath. Exhale, hands to heart, Anjali Mudra. Close your eyes for just a moment and press down into your feet. Reground, reconnect to your body and your breath. Tree pose, bring your right foot to your left leg. You can bring it to a kickstand, to your shin, or all the way up to your thigh. Bring your palms together at your heart and set your gaze. If tree pose is just too easy, you can close your eyes and see what happens when you take out drishti and have to rely on your inner compass. As soon as I close my eyes, I start to sway. Take a deep breath in. Release. Switch sides. Ground down into your standing foot. Bring your left foot to your right leg. Hands to heart. Grow your tree any way you want. Lift your gaze. Lift your attention. Take one big breath in. Exhale, hands to your heart. Release. Stand up tall. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. Take a giant breath in. Exhale, bow, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lifts. Exhale, step back, high plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Lift your chest high. Downward facing dog. Empty out, sigh out. Good. Breathe in and empty your breath. Come forward, high plank, and pause. Press the earth away. So remember, with high plank, if it's too much, you can always lower your knees. There you go. Breathe in. And we're going to lower down to our bellies all together. We're going to count to 5. You guys ready? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the way down. Turn one cheek to your mat and rest for just a moment. Shimmy your hips a little side to side. Loosen up your low back. And then come up to Spinks Pose. Bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. Spread out your palms and roll your shoulders back. Press the tops of your feet down into your mat. If it feels okay to let go of your butt cheeks, to stop using your glutes, stop using your glutes. I would usually say it differently in class, right? Don't be a tight ass. Like, let it go. And press the tops of your feet down. So now your low back is doing the work. Press your palms into the floor and isometrically draw your hands towards your chest and your chest towards your fingertips. You can just breathe right here. If it feels good, you can even drop your head and let the back of your neck stretch. Just take a few breaths. The more you isometrically drag your hands and your heart towards each other, the more you'll feel this in your low back. Take one more breath right here. And lower all the way down to the ground. You can bend your knees, take your feet side to side like windshield wipers. And a little bit of momentum, flip over onto your back. Will you do bridge? Okay, great. So for our back bend, I'm going to show you 2 options, bridge with and without support and wheel. Let's do one bridge all together first. So press into the ground and lift your hips up to the sky. This is active bridge pose. You can interlace your fingers underneath you and press your knuckles towards your heels. Get onto your shoulders and your feet and lift your hips up. If you can, you might even reach back and grab your ankles. If that's not accessible, don't worry about it, right? Everything in moderation. Take a giant breath in. Exhale, lower all the way down. Supported bridge pose calls for a block. If you have your block handy, you can put it right underneath your sacrum. So lift up and place the block right under your sacrum, the flat part right at your spine. Or wheel, hands next to your ears. Urdhva Dhanurasana. Press into your hands and feet and rise up. In each pose, use your legs. Roll your inner thighs down towards the floor. Press into your feet. Press your heart and your knees away from each other. Take a giant breath in. Exhale, lower all the way down. Remove your block. Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of your feet together. Knees wide. One hand to heart and one hand to belly. We'll take a full breath in and a full breath out. And do that again. Breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Bring your knees together. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock and roll up and down into boat pose, Navasana. So in boat, you can hold on to the backs of your knees, or you might even reach up and grab your toes. Yeah, straighten your legs. Anywhere in between. Boat is about finding the balance. Lift your heart, pull your shoulder blades back. Take a giant breath in. Exhale, lower all the way down to the earth. Come onto your back, hug your knees into your chest. Give yourselves a big squeeze. And bring your feet to the floor. From your right ankle to your left knee, reclined pigeon. Right ankle, left knee. Yeah, hug your left knee in towards your chest. A reclined pigeon starts to open up your hip flexors, and you have total control over how much opening is happening. The more you hug your left knee in, press your right knee away. And you can back off at any time. You can even lower your left foot to the ground and take some of the stretch out. I know Abby wants more than that, but she's wonderful to demo it, right? So if you want more, hug your knee in and just breathe. Breathe in to the opening that's happening in your hip flexors. Relax your shoulders and your head onto your mat. Take one more breath and switch your feet. Reclined pigeon, other side, left ankle to your right knee. Hug your right knee in towards your chest. Hip flexors are the first place that I really notice a big difference in my body. So if these feel thoroughly different, know that that is absolutely normal. Press your right knee in towards your chest and your left knee away from your body for a little bit more. Soften your face. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Lower both of your feet to the floor. Hug both knees into your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. Bring both feet to the floor, your arms out wide like a T. Drop your knees to the left and your gaze to the right for a simple twist. In this pose, it's important to let gravity do most of the work. Press your shoulders down into your mat, and then let the pose do all of the work from there. Relax your face, relax your legs. Soften everywhere. Come back to center and twist the other way. There's nothing to fix and nothing to do. You've done the work. Now's the time to receive. We're moving into deep rest. We'll slow down your breath. Let go of your ujjayi. Come back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Extend your legs out long on your mat. Roll your palms up towards the sky for opening. You can even rest your hands on your body to ground. And let go of control of your breath. Shavasana, deep rest. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Turn your head side to side. Stretch your arms up overhead. Take a big, good morning stretch. Then hug your knees into your chest. And you can either roll to your side or roll up to seated. Take your time and gently make your way up to a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to your heart, Anjali Mudra. Thank you for taking the time to take care of yourself We'll close out our time together with a unifying sound of Om. Release your breath. Inhale for Om. Bring your thumbs to your forehead center. Stay woke, yogi. We'll see you on the path. Namaste. Great job, ladies.